Right, now we're going to look at the production possibilities curve. So what is the definition of production possibilities curve? It is a curve that shows various combinations of two goods which can be produced with existing resources at and current level of technology within specified time. Which means kita kata ada dua barang yang dihasilkan dalam sebuah negara menggunakan sumber yang ada di dalam negara tersebut dan menggunakan teknologi yang ada. Okay, right. Before we go further, we need to know the assumption lah. Kita kena assume that the country or nation is producing only two goods. Dua barang saja dihasilkan di dalam negara tersebut. Kenapa dua barang? Sebab kita nak memudahkan untuk memahami curve inilah. Kalau kita masukkan semua barang, peninglah kepala kan. Yeah? So kita assume two goods being produced in the nation. Kedua, there are fixed level of technology. Technology is unchanged, tidak berubah. Factors of production are fixed and limited. And full level of employment. Maksudnya all resources are fully utilized. Semua resources sumber yang ada di dalam negara itu digunakan sepenuhnya. Okay. Right. Those yang ada textbook, you can look at the textbook. Tapi for this time, I know that everybody do not have the textbook. So you can look at the slides that I have shared to you. Okay, so look at the diagram, yeah, the PPC lah, yeah. Okay, so basically we take this example. For example, in North Korea, there are two goods producers, yeah, which are defense goods and consumer goods. Yeah. Okay, so ini adalah assumption yang pertama. North Korea produce dua jenis barang, defense goods dengan consumer goods. Okay, so kita tengok, ya, kita nampak production possibilities curve itu bentuknya melengkung. So ini adalah shape yang biasa atau normal shape of the production possibilities curve, or kita panggil PPC. Okay, so you look at point A. So how to explain this point? Point A adalah apa? Maksudnya, North Korea will use all the resources to produce 150 million defense goods and 0 consumer goods. Yeah? Kalau kita move to point B ataupun kita kata move to point C lah. A, kita move to point C. Maksudnya apa? North Korea will use all the resources to produce 120 million defense goods and 20 million consumer goods. Kita go further to point D. Kita kata North Korea will use all the resources to produce 90 million defense goods and 30 million consumer goods. Dan kita boleh go to point E atau kita go to point F. Kalau point F maksudnya North Korea will use all the resources to produce 50 million consumer goods and 0 defense goods. Ya. So ini bermaksud apa? Di mana kita kata problem of scarcity. Kenapa kita tak boleh produce kedua-dua defense goods dengan consumer goods sama banyak? Sebab scarcity, resources tak mencukupi. That's why if we want to produce more consumer goods, we need to produce less defense goods and vice versa. Ataupun if we want to produce more defense goods, we have to sacrifice the consumer goods. Atau kita kena produce less consumer goods. Okay? So, movement from one point to another point adalah the opportunity cost. Ya? Jadi dekat sini tadi kita kata kenapa kenapa negara ini tak boleh produce kedua-dua barang dengan sama banyak, dengan banyak? Sebab scarcity, kekurangan dalam limited resources. That's why this country need to make choice. Sama ada dia nak produce lebih banyak defense goods ataupun lebih banyak consumer goods. Bila sekiranya dia mahu memilih untuk produce lebih banyak consumer goods, jadi dia kena sacrifice defense goods. This is the opportunity cost. Contohnya, dari point A, they go to point C, untuk dia produce, daripada kosong consumer goods, dia go to point C, maksudnya daripada kosong consumer goods, dia akan produce 20. Dia tambah consumer goods, production of consumer goods. Jadi dia kena kurangkan production of defense goods daripada 150 ke 120. Jadinya berapa banyak yang dia lepaskan or sacrifice? 30 million defense goods is sacrifice. Ya. Kalau dia go to point D, dia nak tambah lagi daripada 20 consumer goods kepada 30 million consumer goods. Then dia kena sacrifice daripada 120 ke 90 defense goods. Jadi dia akan sacrifice another 30 million defense goods. Itu adalah the opportunity cost. Okay. So this is what we call that the basic economic concept that can be explained in the production possibilities curve. Yeah, so you go to the next slide, you akan nampak how this how this basic economic concept being explained in the production possibilities curve. Okay, if you can see outside, yeah, point outside the PPC, point Z. Okay, look at the slides, yeah, point Z. So point Z, okay, kita panggil sebagai unattainable. Kita tengok point along PPC, blue color point itu, ya, blue color curve itu adalah PPC lah, ya. Itu adalah kita panggil sebagai choice, attainable point, efficient and attainable point. And then kita ada movement from one point to another point, kita panggil opportunity cost. And ada juga point inside the PPC, kita panggil inefficiency. Okay, so kita explain dulu, ya, point outside the PPC. Okay, point outside the PPC ni unattainable. Maksudnya resources yang ada adalah di tahap mana? Di tahap on the curve saja, on the PPC curve. So on the PPC curve bermaksud that is the most efficient and attainable point. So that point adalah tak kisahlah A, B, C, D, E, F, itu adalah most attainable and most efficient point. Tak kisah nak produce point mana-mana, A, B, C, D, E, F. Jadi all the resources are fully utilized at that particular point. Jadi sekiranya this country nak produce point Z outside PPC, dia ada lagi ke resources? Dah tak ada. Dia tak boleh nak capai. Resources tak cukup nak produce lebih. Then kita panggil scarcity, unattainable point due to scarcity. So kita tak boleh capai. Negara tu tak boleh produce point Z sebab tak cukup resources, kita panggil sebagai scarcity. And then point along PPC tadi, kita panggil sebagai choice. Tak kisahlah sama ada this country nak produce lebih banyak defense goods ataupun consumer goods. Movement from one point to another point kita panggil sebagai opportunity cost. To produce more consumer goods, we have to sacrifice defense goods and vice versa. And point inside the PPC, point Y, it is attainable. Kita boleh produce point Y. But it is inefficient atau inefficient. Kenapa? Sebab kita ada resources lagi, tapi kita tak fully utilize or fully use the resources. Resources yang ada lagi. Tapi kita tak guna sepenuhnya. Jadi kita guna sikit, then kita produce pun sikit. Yeah, it's not worth for the country. So that is how we explain basic economic concept by using production possibilities. Okay, right? So I think that's it for today. Yeah, we're going to continue with the calculation of the opportunity cost in the next class. Thank you so much.